Hi, my name is Allison Labarbera. I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to solder your own crystal pendants. Um, I've made all of these actually, as you can see. You can find them on my Etsy site. You can find some of them on healingcrystals.com. I have a website, Vibing High. That's the name of my company. Um, there's some information on that website too. Basically, it will just reroute you to my Etsy website. But what I want to say is that it's great to solder your own pendants. I like to use crystals. I love the healing properties that crystals have to offer. But if you have something close to you, like a great piece of sea glass that you found or a great stone that you found, I'm going to show you how to make that into your very own pendant. So what you'll need is some lead-free flux, um, some lead-free rosin core solder. You're going to need copper tape, and then you're going to need a soldering iron. It's really great to use gloves or a mask. I didn't put the mask on for this because I want you to be able to hear me. And the gloves I just find kind of flimsy. But I do use these pliers a lot because the crystals can get very warm while you're working with them. So with that being said, I use a really well ventilated room. Even though we're using lead-free products, I still, don't want to breathe in much of this stuff. So let's get started. I'm going to use this piece of selenite. Now, personally, I put an intention on this before we're shooting this video. It's a stone of great mental clarity. So whoever this goes out to, whoever I'm actually making this for, I wish them great mental clarity, ease, and the ability to make nice, clear decisions for themselves. And it's actually a crystal of truth and honesty. So I wish those all on the wearer. Now, before we started, I used this copper tape. Now, you can get copper tape that has a backing that's copper, or they also sell a backing that's just black. If you're using a clear pendant, just something to keep in mind, the clear crystal will actually show a little bit of that copper inside of it, behind it. So if that's something that you don't wish to do, I'd use a black one. I don't care either way. I like using copper. I like the color of it. And that's that. So I already did this piece. I just ripped off pieces of copper tape and I went around the entire border of this piece. Now you can do it in the middle, you can do it on each end, you can do it vertically, whatever you'd like. In fact, you know what? I'll even show you a little bit how easy this is to do. This is just a piece of clear quartz. I will just rip off a piece of copper tape and I will just wrap it around. It sticks to your pendant. Sometimes it will lose the stickiness behind it. It's no big deal. It could be a little frustrating. Just stick with it. It's no problem. And there you go. That's what we're going to solder. I can also take another piece, put it around the top. Just for time's sake, I wanted to show you how easy it really is to do. After you're finished, I had a bunch of old makeup brushes that I never used. You just can take one of those. It's actually really nice and really easy and really inexpensive to do this as well. So I just use an old brush that I have. You dip in your flux and then you're going to coat the copper tape. Okay? And now this will enable the solder to stick to the copper tape. Okay, so I'll just leave this here for later. I had already put flux on our piece, and then I'm just gonna get started. So I'm sure there's many different ways to do this. This is just how I personally do it. I take a little bit of the solder, I melt it right onto the copper tape, and then you just work it around. And now this is a really large piece, so it's gonna take me a little while, but you can go over it as many times as you like. And it's a nice large piece, so I don't really need to use my pliers. And you just wait till it heats up and it melts on there. And then you just spread it around. As you can see, it's giving off a lot of this smoke. And then anyhow, you keep on going. I could show you the entire process, but for time's sake, this is basically what it will come out to once you're all finished. It's beautiful. What I will show you today is how I attach the jump rings, because that will only take a second. I have this third hand. I use this. It's reasonably helpful. I basically only use it when I want to put my jump rings on. But these are jump rings. You can get them on Amazon. In fact, you can get all these products basically on Amazon. And all you need to do to attach your jump ring is put a little flux on the end. So I put a little flux here, and then I put a little flux on wherever I'd like to attach it. And then I'm just going to use this third hand to hold my pendant. Okay, so again, I'm just going to put a little bit of solder right on my soldering iron. You can see there's a nice glob there. And I'm going to hold it. And voila, we have a jump ring. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side because I want this to be a horizontal pendant. And I'll just do the same thing again. I always keep my soldering iron on one of these plates, or it comes with this as well. You can rest it on that. I will put a little bit of flux right here on my jump ring again. And I will put some on my pendant for where I want it to be placed. Soldering is very forgiving. If you don't like something and it holds and solidifies in a place you don't want it to, you just melt it again and remove it and try again. It's really great for making mistakes. Okay, done. So there you go. This pendant is completely finished. You can find this actually on sale in my Etsy shop. I have a couple available, but it's a beautiful piece and it's wearable art. And you know, it's great. I guess I'm at the point in my life where I just want to wear jewelry that brings me any sort of healing. I try to use, you know, products that have no parabens or products that are natural, and I guess I'm just trying to look for things that enable me to have more wellness in my life. So I guess that's pretty much it. That brings it to the end of our session. I think that we're going to actually have a live Facebook feed where you guys can ask some questions and give me some feedback. And for right now, that's pretty much it. I wish you all abundance today and always, and love and light. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.